This is lesson 96, example number 2, the one we skipped in class. I told you I'd post a video on it so you can follow along in your notes. It says graph the function y is equal to 2x squared minus an 8x plus a 4. And we're looking for the axis of symmetry, we're looking for the vertex, and we're also looking for the y-intercept. Those three things we need to be able to graph a parabola. Let's start with the axis of symmetry. The equation to find an axis of symmetry says that x equals a negative b divided by a 2a. Now a and b both have values. A is always whatever is being multiplied by that x squared, like the 2 here. B is always what's being multiplied by the x, like the negative 8. So what I'm going to do is substitute my values in. If b is negative 8, I'm going to put the negative 8 in for b. If a is 2, I'm going to take that 2 and put it in for a. Now I'm going to go ahead and simplify. Well, that's a negative 8, and a negative make a positive. The 2 times 2 is 4, and then 8 divided by 4 is 2. So I get an axis of symmetry of x is equal to 2. Now to find the vertex, you always take whatever that x value is, put it back into our equation for x, and solve for y. The vertex is a coordinate point. It's always going to be an x, comma y. And since we have an x here, it's 2, I need to figure out what that y is. So I'm going to substitute that 2 back into this equation. Y should equal 2 times a 2 squared minus 8 times 2 plus 4. Well, 2 squared is 4. And 2 times 4 is 8. And a negative 8 times a negative 2 is a negative 16. An 8 minus a 16 is a negative 8. And a negative 8 plus 4 is a negative 4. That's my y value. Vertex is a coordinate point. It's your x, which was found here, and your y, which is found by plugging your x in and solving. So I get a vertex of 2, negative 4. The last thing it has you look for is your y-intercept. And the y-intercept is always your c value. It's the last one hanging out there. It doesn't have anything with it. So our y-intercept here is 4. I know those three things I can now graph. I have an axis of symmetry of x is equal to 2. So I'm going to start by drawing that line, x is equal to 2. This is my x-axis. X is 1, x is 2. It's that point right there. I'm going to draw a dotted line that's vertical, goes through the point x equals 2. What I'm then going to do is plot my vertex. The vertex is at 2, negative 4. So I'm going to go ahead and plot 2, negative 4. It then tells me it has a y-intercept at a positive 4. This is the y-axis, so I'm going to plot the positive 4 on this axis. Now if this is my axis of symmetry, it means whatever's on the left-hand side here. Hold on, that's my phone. Be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that. Let's keep going. So this is the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is a reflection, meaning whatever's on the left side of that line is also going to be the same as what's on the right side of that line. So if I have this point, which is 2 units to the left, it needs to be in the same place on the right. I'm also going to move it 2 units to the right. Now I've got 3 points that I need to graph my parabola. I'm going to go ahead and connect them. It makes a U shape. It's obviously not perfect, but there you have it. I've graphed the parabola using the axis of symmetry, which I found by using the equation x is equal to a negative b over 2a. I then plotted the vertex, which is found by taking that axis of symmetry, putting it in for x, and then solving for y. That gives me an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. I then use my y-intercept, which is always the c value. Once I have those 3 things, I can go ahead and plot my graph.